Humanity has always been a species driven by relationships, by the bonds of trust and loyalty that define them. While many galactic empires expand for power, resources, or dominance, humanity's wars are often fought for something more personal: a promise kept, a debt repaid, a friend avenged. This philosophy confuses the wider galaxy. Most civilizations assume war is driven by self-interest, yet humanity has repeatedly defied this logic. They will wage war not for profit or expansion, but because someone, somewhere, once extended them kindness. And when that kindness is betrayed, humanity responds with a level of ferocity that few species can comprehend. Their loyalty is not blind, nor is it fragile. It is earned through action, strengthened through hardship, and, when necessary, defended with overwhelming force. The Zorvani, a minor race in galactic terms, once helped Earth when no one else would. To the Council, this was a footnote in history. To humanity, it was a bond that could not be broken. Their response to the Zorvani's destruction was not a political discussion or economic sanctions, it was the systematic annihilation of those responsible. Humanity did not seek negotiations. They did not pause for diplomacy. They acted with the cold, calculated resolve of a species that had already decided its course. This unwavering commitment makes humanity both the most dangerous and the most reliable ally in the galaxy. Betray them, and they will ensure you never betray anyone again. Stand with them, and they will march through hell itself to protect you. To humanity, war is not about power, it is about honor. And when the time comes to uphold it, there is no force in the universe that can stand in their way. Humanity does not fight wars in the way most galactic civilizations expect. While others rely on fleets, armies, and diplomacy to wage controlled conflicts, humans embrace a doctrine of total warfare, a strategy that does not just defeat enemies, but erases their ability to fight entirely. They do not seek prolonged battles. They seek absolute and irreversible victory. Unlike many species that focus on large-scale fleet engagements or planetary invasions, humanity understands that wars are not won solely on the battlefield. They disrupt supply chains, cripple infrastructure, and turn the enemy's own technology against them. They wage war in every domain: cyber, economic, psychological, and even environmental. If an enemy relies on communication networks, those networks will suddenly go silent. If they depend on food production, crops will fail without explanation. If they are strongest in space, humanity will shift the battlefield to the ground, where the rules change entirely. Their ability to weaponize the very fabric of existence is what makes them truly terrifying. They do not just destroy ships, they make them disappear. They do not just invade planets, they alter their environments so the enemy cannot survive. Entire fleets have been lost to accidents engineered by human precision: asteroids redirected, stars destabilized, moons turned into kinetic weapons. But perhaps the most unnerving aspect of humanity's warfare is its psychological impact. The enemy never truly knows what is coming next. The knowledge that humanity will fight without limits, without hesitation, and without the traditional constraints of war is enough to break even the most disciplined opponents. For humanity, war is not a contest of strength, it is a problem to be solved. And once they decide a war must be won, there is no force in the galaxy that can stop them. Humanity has never needed to declare itself as a power to be feared. They do not threaten, they do not boast, and they do not issue ultimatums. Instead, they act, and it is through those actions that the galaxy learns to fear them. When humanity wages war, they do not announce their intentions, they simply begin, and by the time their enemies understand what is happening, it is already too late. Their fleets do not arrive in grand, predictable formations. Their soldiers do not march in easily countered strategies. Instead, key systems fail, leaders vanish, and entire planets find themselves cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Fear spreads, Not because humanity says they are dangerous, but because their enemies witness it firsthand. Unlike many species that rely on displays of strength to deter conflict, humanity operates in silence until the moment they strike. They do not waste time negotiating with those they have already deemed enemies. They do not engage in prolonged conflicts when they can end wars in weeks, or even days. Their enemies are left with no chance to regroup, no opportunity to retaliate, and often no understanding of how they were defeated. What truly terrifies the galaxy is that humanity does not seek dominance. Their wars are not waged for control, resources, or ego. They fight only when provoked, only when a debt must be repaid or a lesson must be taught. And when that moment arrives, they ensure the message is clear not through words, but through the unmistakable finality of their actions. It is this silence, this lack of warning or hesitation, that makes them truly terrifying. By the time the galaxy realizes they should be afraid, the war is already over.